You're great.
You're great.
You're great.
You're great.
You're
Hey,
great.
Derek.
You're
You're
Are we
great.
gonna have nicknames for each other each episode?
You're
I think
great.
we should.
You're great.
I'm under boob. That's the original. That's the OG. So you're Nev Nips. I'm under boob.
Oh wait, let's not give away the studio production value we have here.
It's pretty low.
You're probably going to sing anyway, so you might as well just use
That's
that
a
part,
good
you
point.
know? Let's get it started.
You're great.
You're great.
You're great.
You're great.
You're great.
You're great.
That's the first time in a very long time that I have been very clear when I'm starting. Usually I
that's
try to
true.
trick you, and I didn't trick
we
you.
were getting too into stuff we could be positively talking about.
Monica's like, why do you even have a conversation with you if it's not
I will
recorded?
never talk to him unless it's recorded.
It's true.
It
She
is-
said that
we
to
need
me.
to monetize these things. We're not monetized in any way.
We're not making.
We do this
any
for the
money.
love of the game.
But if you are a pinball company and you want to send me a free pinball machine,
Yeah,
I'd be really
you could send
into
us free anything, honestly.
I will
take
say-
socks.
that. Okay, I don't want to talk about my other podcast on our podcast.
Why not?
Okay, we can't. You can talk about your other podcast too.
Sure.
But I got a free game code from someone. I feel like we're
Ooh.
clearly on someone's PR list, and
Love
I'm like,
it.
ooh, wait, free
Okay, is
game
it like
code.
when they are having? Ooh, that would be cool.
It's like they're trying to get me to talk. Well, they said like there's no
Wait, but-
strings attached, but they're hoping I like it and they're hoping I mention it.
Got it.
Because we do at the end of our podcast a what you've been playing segment, so I'm guessing
because
they're
you
hoping
mostly
I
talk about
history.
history, older games and stuff, or whatever.
I played a really terrible game last week, like really bad.
Really.
It's the first time it's happened where I've played a game where I'm like, this game kind of fucking sucks.
Well, just in case nobody, somebody's on here and they're like, I like games, and they're not listening. It's called Codex.
History of video
There you
games.
go. Check it out.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, send Mike some more game codes.
Check it out. That's. I don't want to be judgy. I don't want to be judgy right now. That's a shitload of wine.
I know exactly what you're thinking. It's a Spritz, though, so it's like
It's a
mostly.
Spritz. It just looks like
I know.
you have a full, almost to the brim
to
glass
the-
of just straight up white wine.
No, it's seltzer water.
What's a Spritz?
It's wine and seltzer water mixed together.
You're just trying to church that up. No, I'm
Yeah.
trying to church that up right now.
It's a wine spritzer. No, honestly, it's not a very good white wine. So
Okay.
you can put something in it.
Well, I'm Monica Justice Spritz Nevy.
And I'm Mike, the whole squirt Coletta.
You looked at me like you forgot my name. for a
No, I
second.
was like, should I say this? I don't know.
Yeah, I think you could.
Oh,
say
it has
it.
been a while, but I remember your name.
Yeah,
I remember you a little bit.
It
Does it
has
look
been a
funny when
while.
I'm drinking it?
we've been putting out hug flexions, but I was like, you know
But
what?
New stuff. I love the new stuff.
The
you
new
know?
stuff is where it's
We're
at.
doing good stuff. I think about often, like, we put up the hug flexions, and I think other people might care enough to go back and be like, what did we say on here? Like, should we be worried about cancellations or something, And I'm like, I don't fucking care.
Dude, I feel like it doesn't matter. I
Like,
did
I'm sure
learn.
we said something terrible,
I
or
kn-
our
I-
guests are like in jail or something. But
I've run into a couple people in the wild that have told me they listen to the hug flexions.
really,
Yes, really, really.
Did they listen the first time, or just now?
They're just
starting
now listening
to?
to
Okay,
it.
I
yeah.
do think it would actually be funny because they could be. We were just at different times in our lives.
Very different times. I think you could really see an
Still
arc.
drinking a white wine spritz, but
No,
you know.
yeah. Well, I think that
No, I
that was
think
more
it's
a Bud Light
Bud Light,
times.
yeah,
Yeah,
for
yeah. I've come a long way, Monica, from sharing a studio apartment in Los Angeles,
That
California,
is true.
which I don't recommend for anybody.
No.
Not even people that are actually together.
Yeah, that would be. It might be worse actually,
Yeah, it's too much.
because you do need space, and for us, we actually like staggered our schedules on purpose.
I forget who I was telling. I think I was telling someone that the nights we were there, we would like swap who got to sleep in the bed.
Well, then you started doing. No, you were doing like, was it TaskRabbit?
Yeah, I was doing TaskRabbit.
But you were like delivering stuff.
I
at
was
some
delivering
point.
stuff, and I was trying to go at night. When
Yeah,
we were
yeah.
there,
So
because
then
when
I would sleep in the bed while you worked until like really late,
yeah,
and then I would get up earlier and then leave so that you could either go in the bed or you could like be alone. Like it was. We were good roommates, even though the circumstance wasn't.
shout out Lisa Curry for letting us.
Hell
stay there.
yeah! Go follow Lisa Curry. She's
You
great.
should. That's so silly. Well, do you want to tell everyone about your beautiful experience this weekend running?
Yeah. I did. It's just so funny because I decided in the beginning of the year I was going to do a half marathon.
That's like 13 miles. That's a long
13.1.
time.
And didn't tell anyone because I kind of man, I've had such a hard time with social media lately because I just like I feel like everything is it's just too much. Like I feel like people like that's their reality actually.
Yeah.
It's not this.
They
And so I was
make
like,
it
they
their
don't need to
reality.
fucking know what I'm doing. And also I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this. So I don't want to fucking tell people like, oh, look at me, and then not do it or something like that. You know what I mean? And I did get a little close to not doing it because I wasn't quite where I wanted to be training wise. But so I'd been doing like I've been running obviously, and then I did like a 5K, and then I did a 10K, and then the half marathon. So this last weekend I did it, Port Angeles, Washington, and as far as the actual like running and stuff goes, what a fucking stupid thing to do. It is so
it's
dumb.
so terrible.
It doesn't make any sense. And the spectrum of people who are there, because the one I did is like a Boston and New York qualifier. So there's some people who are like
serious.
yes, so serious too. And then there's like like my mom started doing marathons when she was 54. So it's like some lady that's wanting to do something and want to get in shape or whatever, and they're like it's like leadership camp. They're like camp counselors. They got matching outfits and like signs, and
That
everybody's
wasn't you?
cheering. No, well, except that my mom does love it, and this has been her thing for a long time. And so I don't think I've made her this happy in a really long time. Like she was so into it.
That's 15 years ago.
I know. yeah. Doesn't.
That's where her
We
whole
all know.
design
I'm
of her
like
act is to
third
make her
favorite
mom
comic,
happy.
to be honest. But she was like so helpful because she has done a ton. Even she walks them, but it's the same thing as far as like training, and you have to like eat in the middle of it, you know, and like
You get the little
drink enough
blocky
water.
things. I saw
Yeah,
that. You got the
blocks.
little
I did mini energy
margarita
waffles.
flavored. That's the most you thing I've ever freaking
mom
seen
gave
in my
them to
life.
me.
You got margarita flavored blocks for your. That's fucking funny.
I'm like, if I can't drink while doing this, I'm just gonna get the flavor in my mouth. No, that's funny because I actually have never tried those. I got little energy waffles. I had them in my little pouch, and now just.
Do you have to worry about the things that I? What was the thing I was watching? It was a show called Welcome to Wrexham where they talk about like they're turning a football team and like improving it. And the British guy who's like the comedy writer who's like really tall and not athletic, they make him run a marathon, and his nipples are just bloody at the end. Do you have to worry about that for half?
My nipples, yeah, I think I got some blisters on my feet, things like that. Like that was a lot of it. So that box right there is Body Glide, and it's like a deodorant stick, but you put it like everywhere you could maybe get blisters or like chafing. And so I did. So
You just use this every day.
they met me halfway, and I had to I was like, I had my phone in my pocket, but obviously wasn't like bringing it out. But at some point I bring it out. I just text Aaron and I go, towel. Like I need a towel. And not because of sweat, but because I was chafing in between my legs. And I needed to dry it off so I could put more Glide in my pants, basically.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we get there, and then I just and she didn't have a towel, so she took her T-shirt off and then put her sweatshirt back on over, and she hands it to me, and so I run into the bushes and put her shirt on my pants.
That's love.
Yeah, and then no, it was really hard, and it was just funny. I don't think I've ever seen my wife be that proud of me. Like she cried when I finished and stuff, and I was like, I've been doing a lot of stuff, and I've never elicited this reaction before.
What a softie.
I know. I beat the time that I set for myself, which is not fast. Like I don't. Yeah.
But you did it.
Yes, I finished, and nothing too crazy happened. I have some blisters on my feet, but they didn't open.
Did you eat a big meal afterward?
Oh, I had some clams.
Oh, some clams.
Yeah. But yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
some clams.
I've been hungry the last 2 days since it. So I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah,
Well,
I mean,
you
it was
burned
like
so much energy.
I got like 30,000 steps on my watch
That's
that
so
day.
much.
I know. And yeah, it was a good experience. But yeah, they had my mom made signs, and my son was there, and he when we met, he ran with me for a little bit, and it was all very cute, you know.
Very cute, very sweet, very hug life.
Yes, it was very positive.
positive.
It kind of made me feel uncomfortable a little bit, you know.
Because you can't handle that level of positivity.
No, also it's not even the positivity. It's the people cheering for, like, I'm not kidding, like people would pass me and like give you a thumbs up, like keep going, you know, and you're like, fuck off. Like it was,
Go fuck
yeah,
yourself.
and like no matter what, if you run it, unless you're in that first group, and even then, somebody who's like way fucking older than you and looks in worse shape than you is gonna beat you. I got beat by a lady dressed as a hot dog. Like it's just, you
To
know,
be fair, the hot dog suit more aerodynamic. That's what I heard. It's actually easier to run
it
in a
is
hot dog
just,
suit.
it's ridiculous, but it is a very like positive, it's kind of culty actually, like very positive
Oh,
vibe,
yeah,
you know.
You
I
get
do
a
think,
runner's high.
yeah, I think runners are, that's for sure like a culty thing, because there's so many groups here. I live in Tacoma, so many groups that are like sexy pace run, come meet us on this day, or this is like Tacoma you know, slow runners club, or now there's like a Tacoma girls walk. Like there's like all these groups that get together once a week or whatever and run or walk. And I get it. I think people want to, or feel like they have to be active.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the part that was so annoying. I did some like cross training and like some weights in the beginning of my training, but mostly it was just trying to get to longer runs. And as far as like losing weight or anything, my legs have muscles I didn't have before in them, but otherwise it did not make a fucking difference up top. So I need to like,
But
well,
that's
also
a
I
whole
didn't
different
totally-
thing, though.
Yeah, of course, but I think some people are like, I need to lose weight, I'll start running, and it's like, yeah, it should probably be a mixture of different things.
Honestly, I've lost my weight by
It's just
walking
diet is the
every
biggest-
night
yeah.
and then not eating like an absolute madman.
Yeah,
which
I
has
didn't-
been a bummer because I like eating like a madman. You
Yeah.
know this about me.
I added some things to the diet, like just more protein in the morning, especially like after running and stuff, but otherwise I didn't change a ton. So if I was to do it again, I'd be interested to see if I made some of those changes. Would it go better? Probably, but
Oh, I have a funny thing about losing weight that I found out, and I should have known this. I went to the doctor to go get my blood sugar redone after 3 months, and then she's like, "You lost 10 pounds." I'm like, "Oh, that's pretty good." She's like, "That's a lot." And then it made me think about doing keto in LA, and I lost like 40 pounds in 3 months. And I'm like, should have bricked.
yeah,
Think about
it's
what I did to myself.
It's supposed to be not good for your
It's
heart
not
to do
good
it. That
for
was like
you.
a lot of the controversy of The Biggest Loser.
Because
it
it's
was
not
like,
good for your heart to lose weight that fast.
and it was so fast and so aggressive. Have you seen that documentary?
No.
Highly recommend.
What's it called?
I don't know.
It's just about The Biggest Loser, the TV show, though. I'll just look
Yeah,
it
it's
up.
on Netflix, and they have Bob, the trainer guy, is on it, and like they just talk about how like controversial it was and all these different, more scandal than I realized.
Controversial.
Um,
You know what I did, though, that is not keto, but is my new guideline for diabetes? It kind of helps me. 40 carbs a meal. That's my amount
oh, that's like the one
for my
that-
dietitian.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
But it also is like one of those things where it's like,
That's
I still can
some
have a
carbs.
sweet treat.
Yeah,
I'll still have a sweet treat if I
you
want
gotta
a sweet
treat
treat.
yourself. Okay, back to my chafing.
Yeah, let's talk
Uh,
about your chafing. This is what the
specifically-
creepy dudes want to listen to in
Sure.
the chat.
But I think this is just, you know, to help people. Basically anything that's too close to a band, maybe. Like a band on your...
Mm-hmm.
So right under my sweet tits,
Sweet tips.
where the sports bra, like the bottom band, it looks like somebody fucking like cut me across the...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because it chafed bad. And I put the glide there, and I couldn't actually feel that during... But then afterwards, when I took a shower,
It's
I was
probably
like, I
really
was like, oh, shit.
painful.
Well, yeah, and I have a mole like right there, and so that had been like rubbing off basically on other runs.
Hey, it's
But
just
that
skincare.
didn't happen. Yeah. And then it's not even like your thighs together, but like, you know, I think we were all aware I have a decent sized badonk. And so I figured like kind of in between my legs, so where there's folds there.
A second, I thought you were going to say vagina. I think we're all aware I have a
We
pretty
all
big
have a
vagina.
huge vagina.
And I was like, where's she going with
And
this?
that thing really chafed up. No, it was. It's like where everything folds, like under, you know, the top of your thigh hits your butt, and there's
Oh,
like
yeah.
a fold there, like
Mhm.
right there, which I didn't really expect. So then I have to like put this deodorant stick like under my ass cheeks, so that they
Yeah,
don't
that makes sense. Like,
rub together.
like anatomically, that
Yeah,
makes
yeah,
sense.
yeah. You just friction is the enemy.
I almost
you know?
said anatomically. Anatomally, that makes
Academically.
sense.
Well, when I did the 10K, I ended up in a tank top, and then I like chafed under my, like where my bicep is because it was like rubbing against the corner of it. So yeah, you have to be a little bit careful about what you wear and where you. But yeah, like,
Yeah.
put some gold bond in strategic
Put
places.
some gold bond
Put
on
some
it.
Gold bond all over my body. That's
You know,
what
I
it
just realized. You think this is a moment, and this is related to you when you started talking about your body, just because I think about what people have been doing this podcast for so long.
Mhm.
Do you think when we started, there were people that listened to this podcast because they had like a crush on you, and then as they got to know you over time, same would apply to me.
I think that's not what you were gonna say. I thought you were gonna be like, and then they found out you're gay, and now they're
No, I
but
mean, just
you're
as
like,
they got to
just your
know you.
personality. I'd like to think we're both fairly charming, so it wouldn't
I
have turned
do.
people
I
out that
think we're
much,
pretty
but who-
likable and charming.
yeah.
Not to toot our horns too hard.
Yeah, but sure, probably.
but Jackie and Pam think so, and that's all
Yeah,
that matters.
for many reasons, I think maybe we've lost a couple of crushes.
You think so?
Yeah.
Probably down the line.
But maybe we've gained some as well.
You
I don't
know, it's the crushes you gain along the way.
Yeah.
But you know what I was thinking about also with our podcast? That, oh my God, it's gone. It was in my brain. And I'm really good at this podcasting thing. I'm really fucking good at this.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's the positive spin. Can we talk
Okay.
about the positive spin?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Do you feel like you got your chafe talk out, by the way?
Yeah.
Monica Nevy's chafe talk.
Chafe talk with Monica.
Didn't I have a diabetes segment we decided last time?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
You
it's,
need to update us on your
it's going fine.
blood sugars. Well, you lost 10 pounds. we heard.
It's going fine. It's
Okay,
doing well.
good.
Okay, here's my positive spin. Okay.
Okay.
People that complain all the time. We have them in our life.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty consistent. You see it a lot. So, what's a good thing about people that complain all the time?
I would think, just right off the top here, they may draw your attention to something that you weren't aware of that maybe you should be
Oh, yeah.
paying attention to. Maybe not worried, but, like...
That's like a broken clock's right twice a day?
Yeah,
Like that
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
thing where it's
sure.
like, oh.
Or they're like, oh, sugar's so bad for you or something. You're like, well, yeah, I know that. And then they're like, well,
Mhm.
like ketchup has a ton of sugar in it. My dad says that all the time. And I'm like, oh, yeah, didn't
Yeah,
know.
but you know
Whatever.
it's also fucking delicious, Ron. Okay? Did you know that? Did we get a little mad at you, Ron?
He's been doing pretty good, too.
Oh,
With his
good.
exercise and stuff.
We always have to get our Ron and Pam updates because who knows when we'll record again, honestly.
Hot Pam and the Fox.
Hot Pam of the Fox is 77.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, they might draw attention to something that you were not aware of, or although they're complaining about it, could still be, educating you in
Mhm.
some way.
That's really good. That's
Thank
really
you.
good. You know what?
Thank
One of my silver linings I thought about this one was, say you actually do want to complain about something, you have someone you know will
Ooh.
ride or die with
There
you.
you go. They'd be
That's
like, give
the
it to me.
important thing. Because sometimes you need that friend where you're like, I need to gossip right now.
Mhm.
And like I need to be shitty about stuff, and then that complaining person's usually always down.
Yes,
for
and you're like, can I be honest for a second? And they're like, please do. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's good. Also, I think if it's so bad that it's like off-putting to people, then people would like you more.
that. Ooh,
you
that's
know?
good. It
Like
makes
when
you
you're
look really
being
good.
positive or something. You're
So
like,
in a way, you're
okay.
kind of weaponizing it.
Sure.
I
Yeah.
like
yeah,
that.
Yeah.
I
You're
like
oh,
that
this one,
Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna bring Bummer Steve with me.
yeah.
to the
Maybe let's
party.
say you were on Love Island or something,
Mhm.
and then one person's like really complaining a lot, but someone likes both of you, and you're like, oh well, I'm positive.
That's
You know,
really good.
should be with me. I'm more positive.
That's really good. So you can even use it for romance, which we always bring back.
We do always.
We
Well, 'cause
always bring it back to romance,
That's a
okay?
lovely
Because
way
we
to put it.
know we're mostly a dating podcast.
that is true. They've always said that.
Now, are we both in committed relationships and have it most of the time? Yes. Most
Do you
of
have
the
a question about
Yeah.
that when you get a?
Yeah, what's up?
Do you and your wife have a mutual third person you would, probably a celebrity, but that you would add to your marriage? Doesn't have to be
like
physical.
a hall, like not even a hall
Not
pass, like
but
a
no,
polyamory
yeah,
situation.
Yeah. Like if you were gonna have a third, who we may have.
What's
talked about
funny
this
is I
before,
bet you I can't think of one, but I bet you if I asked her, she would just rattle off a name, and I'd be like, oh yeah, because she's the one that remembers things.
we think about it pretty practically
Uh-huh.
because good friends of ours, heterosexual couple, theirs is Jack Black.
Oh,
which I think is
that's
interesting.
a really good
but
idea.
I would think just because like they both really like him and he's funny and he seems like a good dad and stuff, you know. And so we came about it in a pretty practical way, and which I mean, she's hot too, so you know whatever. But Padma Lakshmi is our third choice because very focused business lady. Financially would be helpful, obviously. Great cook, though.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Good
And
stuff.
seems like a good mother. So as far as sharing the duties of a parent and partner, pretty
That's
good.
really funny because my first thought was, who can I get to do yard work so I don't have
You're
to?
right, exactly. Yeah.
So I'm like,
I
hey,
think
what if
it
we
takes
just,
the
what
like.
if we just brought Bob Vila into the relationship?
Yeah, I think gardening
That's
with
the
Cisco.
name.
That's
Gardening
right.
with, yeah, let's get Cisco
He
from
seems
Gardening with
positive and fun, huh?
Katie's just like, you're just trying to get people to do work. I'm like, exactly.
Yeah.
exactly.
Well, you know, you want to share the weight of the. I think it's
I
just
don't
it's not even
know.
a sexual question. I think. You
No,
know?
it's
just like
not.
from an actual relationship standpoint.
This
Because then
feels
it
like-
takes gender or whatever you're into out of it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to bone gardening with Cisco, you know. Bob Vila.
maybe your wife does. I don't know.
Dexter. How would you feel about opening up our relationship to gardening with Cisco? Cisco.
Cisco, what's his last name? I don't even know.
I don't know. It's just is it gardening
new
with
one?
what? Yeah, I got a new tattoo.
Nice.
Also, it's Legend of Zelda themed because I'm really, really, really making myself unfuckable. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's what did it.
No, you're right though. I actually thought about what I was going to say before I started the positive spin segment.
You
So
haven't said it yet.
you mentioned something that I agree with heavily, and that is being down on social media. And we could talk about that for a bit. We could positive spin, maybe taking it out of your life.
Yeah.
This is like a good positive spin, I think, because I think there's only benefits for it. 'Cause
Yeah.
here's what I've been thinking about. People want a community, right? And I think what's happened is because of the instant dopamine rush of social media, they're trying to get that community online, when in reality, community is just right outside your door.
Well,
when
and
you think
it's
about
not
it.
the same actual, like chemically in your brain
It's not the same
doing
thing,
it
yeah.
over a screen versus seeing someone in person.
Mm-hmm.
Which most people don't care about, I think, or I don't know.
Yeah, it's because it's easy.
Yeah.
Most people want to do the easy thing.
I will say I feel like this positive spin goes hand in hand with social media a lot because now it's all I don't know. I
Complaining.
feel like and maybe in the last like month it's gotten so much worse where it's just like clickbaity
rage bait stuff
bait,
too.
yeah, complaining or being like just talking shit, and it makes you look at it. You know what I mean? Like it's yeah.
People, the rage baiting is so bad on Threads, for example.
Yeah.
I'm noticing most of the threads that show up are people saying very conservative Republican things just to show me the reply of someone. Like, it's like trying to be like, you want to watch this fight? And it's like, I don't want to watch this fight.
Yeah.
It's like the equivalent of watching the old bum fight videos on like E-Bombs World or whatever it was. Like, I don't want to watch that. Like,
I know. Well, and it's like excuse me, I should have done it.
that was a big old Spritz. I didn't hear it. It's a big old Spritz burp. I can turn it up though when that happens if you want.
Okay, we're losing. Somebody just doesn't have a crush on me anymore. What the fuck?
No, and they do. That's actually their kink is burps.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I didn't do it into the microphone.
Burp kink.
Fuck, I forget what I was saying. This is the new thing with videos. They'll put the caption on the video itself, and it's like, oh, I can't believe they did that at the end or whatever. And then you watch the whole thing and nothing happens.
Oh
So
yeah.
it just makes you watch it.
It makes
And
you
I'm
watch
like,
the whole thing.
It's not even annoying anymore that everyone is doing social media. Like you're not even doing anything anymore. You're just like, click this, look at this, stay on my video for 10 seconds so that I can pay my rent or whatever. Anymore.
Yeah, it's like, look at my cat so they can have like their surgery, and I'm like, why do I feel super guilted right now?
Yeah.
And do I do it? Yeah, because I want your
Of
cat to have surgery,
course.
but also fuck.
I want your cat to have surgery.
What I normally do with those situations when that videos pop up, I put my phone down and I leave it running and I just walk away.
There
for
you
a
go.
second.
Yeah.
That's the way to
Maybe
do it.
then it's not good.
But I hate it. Anytime I see a video that has a part number in it, I'm just like, I'm out.
No.
I can't do this.
Yeah, because that works sometimes on me too,
Mm-hmm.
depending on what the thing is. I'm like, well,
Yeah.
I do want to see what happens.
I want to know what goes on here. For a while, it was serving me police content like cops, and I'm like, why? Why are you just telling me this stuff?
I know.
all the
I'm
time?
like, what happened? What did I accidentally watch for too long? That
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might have
mine
been
changes
sovereign
a lot.
citizen stuff because I liked laughing at those people that are like, "I'm a sovereign citizen." It's like
Yeah.
you still have to. Obey
Well,
traffic
now what's
laws.
happening, talking about complaining and kind of arguing or whatever, I get really conservative things popping up on threads because someone is commenting on it. You know what I mean? Like
Oh
someone I
yeah.
follow or whatever is like commenting on some dipshit's post, but then I see the whole post. I don't want to see that.
No.
You
You
know?
know, like I get really conservative things on threads now because I'm best friends with Jeff Dye. So I always get his
Keep
stuff.
bringing
I love it so much. I
that.
repost it every
But
time.
also, that's a good point too. I
I
kind
get
of like to
recommended
see the floundering a
when
little
your
bit.
when your old comedy folks implode, I want to watch it.
Yeah, or anybody, you know.
Maybe
like,
that's
I
probably
kind
why
of-
I'm getting served all this shit, is because it actually says on Instagram, you know, who posted a new thread. It is Jeff
It's
Dye.
like you might like, and I'm like,
you might
don't
want to
know.
watch this guy.
But it is,
implode.
yeah, and that's why, because that comment section, I do. I be looking at comment sections.
I do too.
Shouldn't.
You shouldn't, but
so
you do.
bad.
It's it's also here like because I'm trying to talk because I think last time we did an episode we talked about social media, but I'm trying to talk about it from the standpoint of being a viewer and a person watching it versus a person trying to make something.
Yeah, that's fair.
Which is like that's the hard part to me is I watch it and I listen to this podcast Shortwave about science and they talked about how there's like
Fucking nerd.
a dark endorphins kind of rush you're getting when you that's what they called it. They called it like a dark endorphins rush where they had people do an activity like run a 5K
Mm-hmm.
and then they had that same person like go on scroll for an hour and they had the same amount of endorphins but they both
it's like a
felt
different-
off. Yeah.
Huh.
And it's like yeah because it's not the same, it's like instant gratification versus actually like doing something. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Absolutely. I can see it in the kids.
Oh, for sure.
You know, like it's like visibly they're like upset or like feeling something when
Yeah.
they're just on their phones, and you have to be like, put it down. Put it down.
I will say the Debbie
when we have
Downer.
sleepovers, we take their phones. at
Oh,
night.
that's smart.
I know the other parents like it, but
Make them hang out together. Make them play a board game.
you guys are right here.
Make them play Dungeons and Dragons together. Have
No,
we
they
played yet?
just watch YouTube videos together
They
on
love
the TV.
YouTube.
I know. It's really bad.
You know what's really
Anyways.
funny? I watched a video of this lady that was like, men love YouTube and they love to show you YouTube videos. And I was like, I feel personally attacked right now and I don't like it, but it's true.
Actually, can we do that on another episode? People who constantly show you videos on their phone.
Oh my God.
We'll do another episode.
That's a family member of mine.
Okay, we have
Yeah.
a close friend that does it.
And
I'm
it
like,
drives me fucking off the wall.
I can't. I'm like.
I don't
timing
wanna
how
look
long
at
it's
your
gonna take
screen.
yeah. Well, even, and I love him to death, but my dad sends me stuff on social media now,
Dads love that.
and my brother does too. And as
Moshman
soon
is
as I
also
see
a
them,
dad.
they're like, "Did you see that video I sent you?" And I'm like, either yes or no, because I don't really like. First of all, I've explained this many times, but don't send me stand-up clips.
Oh my God, yes.
I've worked really hard to not have any stand-up come up in my feed.
Mm-hmm.
And so when they send me stuff, and then, okay, breathe.
Yeah.
With
bad.
these competition shows, there was a new one on Netflix recently.
It's the equivalent of my dad 10 years ago being like, you should get a manager. It's that.
Yeah.
Like,
Or
you
they're
should
like,
just get on this
have you ever
show.
thought about doing SNL?
Have you thought about... you should do SNL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, this was like this funny AF show, which, by the way, the top 4 that I've heard were there, all great comics. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
But
Is this the Kevin Hart one?
yeah,
Mhm.
a show that I could very easily be on and am better than a lot of the people who were on there, I don't want to watch.
No.
And I don't want to hear about it. And people are like, you should have done this. Yeah, you're right. I should have fucking done this. 1, I didn't submit. But 2, they didn't reach out to me either. So it's like,
Yeah.
I'm already frustrated with my own career. I don't need you to be like, hey, have you? So then
That's the hard part, I
I
think.
told my brother that. He was like, do you know this guy? And I was like, I've heard of him, but I don't know him. And then he was like, what about Caitlin? And I was like, I know Caitlin well, actually. We've done a lot of stuff together. She's really funny. She's really good. And then he was like, oh, well, have you seen it? And I was like, stop. No. Like, I
Stop
told
it.
him, I was like,
Yeah.
I can't, mentally, I couldn't watch it. Like, and so then he's
But I
like,
think people
and I'm
don't.
like, I also don't want to talk about it. Like,
yeah.
I don't.
I think what people don't understand too is they look at those shows thinking that you could just submit to it when it's like, no, those people already have representation.
All of them do.
All that shit is lined up in advance. Like being booked on with the one reality show that Monica and I did that never saw the light of day, which was kind of a game show, we got booked on by a casting director
Yep,
and
that
a
we knew
management
from
and
something
agent.
else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was like set up by an agency, which is
We
why
did win.
we did win, and it'll never see the light of day. But we got that fucking money though.
I did yell at those guys too. That was crazy.
The rape pop
The rape
people.
robot.
Dude, I want the episode. I want to know if they ever actually edited it
Yeah.
because they definitely edited it into
there
a
was
trailer.
Like a trailer. Yeah.
But I don't know if they ever actually edited it. I also want to go try to rip it off that website, but I can't remember for the life of me what that's called.
No, I couldn't either.
Like I can't remember anymore.
Was it the tipsy bartender? No, it was the. I'm trying to
Yeah.
remember who the two like. The
There
two
was
hosts
they
that
were
like,
both they were both bar influencers.
Yeah,
This was at
influencers,
the
but this was-
age early influencers.
Yes, like original influencers.
like when they were starting to
This
talk
was, like,
about
2016, 2017.
Mhm.
Yeah, and that was. I mean, maybe if you're listening to the Hug Flexions, which you should, I'm sure it'll pop up.
It'll pop up. I think I even name because I can tell people I think I tell people to go to this website to look at the trailer. But
Yeah.
because I remember Monica and I were like, is this ever going to come out? And I'm like, I think we just got the quintessential Hollywood experience, which is you're in something
Yeah,
and you
then
record something and it
cut.
just never
Well,
sees
not
the light
cut,
of
but
day.
yeah, it doesn't actually do anything, which is crazy because I'm sure it was. I know it was a website too.
It
that,
was
like,
supposed
did
to
it,
be like a
but-
Netflix clone.
But yeah, but you could put it on YouTube. Like I don't know why. Yeah,
I don't know why
but-
they didn't do it. Maybe it's out there somewhere. I mean between that and between like cut video, which having to explain when that was really popular, having to explain to people, no, they pay you still.
Yeah.
And like what? I'm like, yeah, like I got paid to do the
Yeah.
thing.
Mhm.
Like probably signed an NDA a long ass time ago about
Yeah.
that, but whatever.
I had a BuzzFeed video that we played horse on horses.
I remember this.
Yeah, I got paid and I won that one as well. Don't put me on your videos. Apparently, I'm gonna win.
gonna
And so I got 2
win.
tickets to the NBA All-Star game. That was
That's
cool.
right.
And it was the one where Fergie sang the national anthem.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
See?
so I was there. I'm sure I've told
Who
that
did
story,
you go
but
with? I forget.
my friend Cassidy, who I played basketball with in
That's
college.
right. That's right. You didn't take
But-
me. I remember.
No, yeah, and she probably met her because she stayed at the apartment.
I
that
think I
night.
met her.
But
Yeah, she's probably dead to me though, so it's fine. Go to the All-Star game. I'm just kidding. I'm just joshing you, Monica.
But this is I love this story because I've had a few comedy like experiences that I like to brag about. I met Robin Williams before he passed away, like stuff like
Mhm.
that. You know, those
You're
things
just
come
saying things to hurt me
up. But
now.
this one really is like what I feel like is like
Horses on horses.
no, well, yes, but my claim to fame. People play that clip of her singing the national anthem all the time because like the players are laughing and stuff. And
Oh, because it was really bad.
Yes.
That's right.
and I was like, I was there.
You're like,
And
I was
like,
in
I was there.
person.
Yep, I was there in person. And okay, so we get there a little bit early. I go to get a beer from one of the concession stands,
Mm-hmm.
and the lady's like, "Hey, do you know who's singing the national anthem?" And I was like, "No, I don't." And she goes, "Because they were practicing earlier, and it was like really bad." She was like, "It was really weird." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And so she practiced it that way. That's the problem is she does it in kind of like a jazzy scatting kind of
Sousy, can you see?
yeah, it was.
Scatty-pop.
She's like, wow, wow, wow. You know, like it's like
Wow. I would pay
you have to watch the
real
video 'cause-
life
'cause
human
the-
money to
the players
listen
are
to
like
a
trying
scat
not to laugh,
album.
but they're like, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so then she does it, and I go back to that concession. And I was like, "Oh my God, you were right," and it was Fergie. She's like, "Oh."
That's so
but that
fucking
is like
funny.
one of my. Maybe I should use that as a credit.
You should. You should
You
talk
guys
about
remember
it.
when Fergie sang the national anthem really terribly? She was at the game. Your next
Dude,
video
that's
is
so
Monica
fucking
Nugget. Yeah.
funny. I love that.
Yeah, it was a fun time. Okay.
Makes me happy.
Anyways, that's bragging. Maybe you could equally be like people who complain all the time are just as annoying as people who brag all the time or are like positive about everything.
Yeah,
don't
I
know.
think there's I think it's a balance, right?
Yeah.
It's a balance because you want to look like not look like. You want to be a real person.
Yeah, I was
you
gonna
don't
say
want
you
to
want
be
it
like
to be realistic.
there's a guy at my new job I work with who seriously I think picks a line and he says that line all day to everyone Like it's
a
like
different
it's
one
like a
every day,
script.
or is it the same one all the time?
Sometimes it's different. Sometimes it's the same as it was the week before, and I'm just like, what is going on here? Like
but
this
you guys,
feels like a
on
script.
the phone or like to you guys?
In person.
In person.
Like he'll say something to me, and then he'll see the next person and say the exact same thing back to them, like over and over
Got
again.
it. Both my parents were in sales, and so I had heard a lot of the same jokes on the phone over and over. Because they're like that's like their pitch kind of thing.
Yeah,
But not.
in my
to
mind,
their
I'm like, don't
coworkers.
fucking pitch me, dog. We work together. Like, pitch the guy you're trying to sell to.
How many times I heard my dad go, "Yeah, we went to the zoo. Now we're going to see a movie."
Classic,
Have
Ron.
you heard that joke?
No, I haven't heard that joke.
It's a guy. This is what he would say.
This is what we're
when there
ending
was
the
like
episode on, by the way. This better land.
Okay. This, if there was a miscommunication, this is the story I would hear. Okay, there's a guy with a semi truck. He's taking the penguins from the Portland Zoo to Woodland Park Zoo in Seattle. Right, about halfway through, he breaks down, and so they're on the side of the road. The penguins are still in the truck, and another semi comes over and he says, "Oh my gosh, I got to get these penguins to the zoo. Can you take them for me?" And the guy goes, yeah, yeah. So then after the guy gets his truck fixed, he's going up to the zoo to make sure that the penguins made it, and they're not there. So he's driving around, and he sees the guy's truck at the movie theater. And he goes, "Hey, what are you doing?" And he goes, "Yeah, we already went to the zoo. Now we're seeing a movie."
He took the
But
penguins
he's
to the
like,
movies.
you see, it's just a miscommunication.
That's a beautiful. That's actually a really fun story. I'm actually upset at how much I enjoyed that to end the podcast.
Right, but it is good. So I'm like, yeah, keep
It
saying
is good.
But it's not like he would tell me that joke over and over again. It was just to other customers or whatever.
When there's a miscommunication. That's why we love Ron.
That's right.
Is there anything you want to say to the listener before we go?
I love you so much.